I think that's either an old Porsche or a Ferrari. We're trying to work out what it is.
I thought it was the old type.
What is it?
However, it's falling apart. Lotus.
It's a Porsche, isn't it? Oh, it's a Lotus, yeah. Bloody hell. And it was a Lotus. What is going on, guys? Ed Crouch here with Overboost Network, and welcome to another vlog video. Today I'm in the TT as per usual. However, should be pretty cool because we're meeting up with a few of my douchey friends. So my mate Jamie owns a BMW 4 Series 16 plate 420i. Come on, bro. God damn it, Sunday drivers. So yeah, he owns a 420i BMW. It's got all the M series styling and carbon fibre body pack on it, so it looks pretty nice. My friends have also got, so Dan has the new Fiesta ST. It's a 2014 one. It's pretty nifty actually. When you're in it, you'd be surprised by how quick it is, considering it's got less torque and less horsepower than the other cars in the pack. It's actually pretty damn quick. I think it's actually one of the fastest 0 to 60s, because I think it's about 0.1 or 0.2 seconds quicker than mine. However, it's pretty damn sick. Interior is a bit cruddy, but it looks good and it is damn quick when you're actually sat in it. Also, my mate George Kennett, he has a pretty sick ride as well. Quick ride. He has a Generation 1. Now, he's probably the true car guy out of the pack, if I'm honest. He has a Gen 1 Mazda Miata, which is obviously a rear-wheel drive coupe kind of convertible thing from the 1990s with the pop-up headlights, and he's got it all JDM'd out. So obviously it's all like the Japanese kind of car culture that's big in America and kind of over here as well in England. You've got some pretty sweet stuff they've done with it. So he's going to be turbocharging it soon, giving him, you know, he's going to have like nearly like half a horsepower per kilo body weight. So it's going to be pretty damn mental how much power he's getting out of that thing. But he's also got some other stuff he's done to it as well. So we're talking, I think he's got an aftermarket exhaust system. He's got like a pulley cable on the front of it. Most of them are aesthetic mods. He's got a bit of camber on the wheels. And when it comes to JDM and stuff like that, there is a fine line between pricing out a car and completely ruining it, and actually tastefully doing a full JDM job on it. Like Liberty Walk body kits, yes, they look tacky and garish, however they're still part of the culture. Some of them look really good, and if they're done right, they can look damn sick. So I think, if you go, in my opinion, George's car actually looks really good, and I think it's not priced but truly JDM'd out. But we're going to have to go and take a look, because I've never actually seen it in person. I've only ever seen pictures of it, because I haven't seen him in like a year or two, since like during college probably. So we're all meeting up, and hopefully we should have some pretty sick shots of the cars, as well as a few hoons around the back roads and country roads in the area. As you can see, we've arrived with the Ford Fiesta. So this is the 2014 Fiesta ST. Obviously it is a gorgeous blue colour. No idea what the actual paint codes are on Ford, unfortunately. This is Dan, is his car. So regarding the car, we're talking 197 brake horsepower, 214 foot-pounds of torque at peak RPMs, and yeah, it should be pretty quick because it's got a 0 to 60 time of 6.7 seconds, which is 0.2 seconds faster than mine. Sorry about the wind, but yeah, so it should be pretty quick. I've sat in it before, and it is, I think it actually, even though it's got less torque than mine, you do really feel it go because of the actual weight of the vehicle, because it is quite a small car. Right, so we're now in the ST. It's a pretty nice interior actually. I do love those Recaro seats. They're really, really huggy. They're nice and like they push your lats in. They kind of crush you a bit, but I quite like that. The suspension is really, really hard. Like I'd say it's probably even harder than it is in my TT. Even in my TT in sport mode, suspension's still got a little bit of a give to it. It still kind of floats a bit. It doesn't really wallow around corners, but it definitely isn't, you know, that hard. Where the Fiesta ST with its however tight the suspension say is very, you can feel nearly every bump in the road. It's I mean it's not Lamborghini Huracan level obviously, but it's still pretty damn bumpy. But I quite like that. I think when you've got really harsh suspension, you get a bit more feedback through the wheel, and it gives you a bit more of a nice, uncomfortable, sporty ride that I go for. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I like that. I like it being nice and nice and harsh. So I do really like suspension in this, although it doesn't make it very easy to talk.
Jarring and everything.
Yeah. So with the exhaust on this, you definitely get oh fucking hell. This does go some, it sticks pretty well for a hatchback. Oh, and that suspension just makes the ride all that more fun. But with the STs, what I find is from the exterior of the car, the exhausts aren't too loud. They're relatively subdued from stock, but you still get a little bit of a grittiness to it, almost as if it's already got a decap mod. But when you sat in the actual car itself, I think a lot of the like exhaust feedback does tend to go back into the cabin, and whenever you're at a higher RPM than say 3,000 or 4,000 revs, I feel like you get a lot more engine feedback into the actual car. You can actually hear it a lot better. Where my car and even the Lamborghini with the windows shut, they both kind of dampened out the engine noise very well. Where I feel with this, they're intentionally pumping that engine noise back into the cabin. And while a lot of people say, "Oh, that's not what it should be like. It should be nice. You should be able to ride it comfortably," I actually like. Who even cares about the sound system, man? What you want is you want to be able to hear your engine. And I actually do like the fact that the SD does pump a lot of its engine noise back in. Left to lights.
Turbo flutters quite a bit when you have the windows down.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So I think if we chuck the windows down in a sec, we see what the turbo flutter sounds like on the acceleration, because this is another big straight. We've got another big straight road here if you go down that way. But yeah, I actually had an ST drive by me under the tunnel by the BMW garage the other day, and it went under the tunnel, and it must have had an aftermarket turbo, because the noise that thing made, it was like absolutely unbelievable. You can't even hear the engine over the turbocharger, and a lot of the JDM crew and all the people that are into that sort of stuff really like the sound of turbochargers. And I've got to say, if you've got the oh, there's Caterham 7 over there. If you do have the right turbocharger that sounds really good, really get like, you know, the high boost off it, and you get that real hissy sound, like the I do like that. It does sound cool.
See, if I'd modify this, I'd probably put a voodoo kit on it with the entire works.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. But it's up to 240 brake horsepower.
There you go. Hoon it in second. Go on. Yeah, see, that does sound good. Like, I like the fact that all the engine feedback does go into the cabin, but it is nice. Like, it's considering, you know, you can pick one of these up for, you know, if you get it new, you're looking at only just over 20 grand. You're talking saving 10 grand over the TT. If you're a big fan of hatchbacks, it is a sick car to get. If you're looking for a hot hatch on a budget and you can't afford an A45 AMG, because let's be honest, who the hell can? Of 50 grand for a hatch when you put a couple of options on it, like, come on. But now, while they are sick, if you want a little sports hatch that's still got plenty, and I mean plenty of go in it, and there's the real sports suspension, the sport feel, the nice engine feedback, I've got to say this car is an actual pleasure to be in. Also, I've got to say, interior wise, it doesn't feel too bad. Like, obviously it's not like complete full leather and all metal and all wood grain, but it actually all still feels really solid. It's got a very nice interior, and it's actually quite a nice place to be. All the onboard systems, like the infotainment system and all that, is actually pretty high end as well. This is obviously a 2014 ST, and you're still talking pretty high end. You know, you've got your Bluetooth, your phone, and actually all still feels pretty high end with your aircon.
Heated seats, climate control.
I really like the red accents on the dials as well. So you've got like red accents on your rev meter, yeah, rev counter, and your speedometer as well. So
change your luminescence on that.
Yeah, and they glow. And also, you probably saw some footage of that previously. I love the door sills. The ST written on the door sills is absolutely sick. It glows red, and actually, to be fair, the red with the black and the blue actually complements each other quite nice, because they're all really deep, rich colours. And actually, it's just genuinely is a nice car to sit in. It's a really sick ride, and it's considering also that it's front wheel drive with the transverse engine, man. You'd also be really surprised how it handles around corners, because obviously it will still understeer because it is front heavy. However, it has got quite wide tyres on the front for a hatchback, and it actually sticks really well. One thing the Fiestas are renowned for is being really good at handling and having very tight, precise handling that you can really go around corners with quite some speed in. But it's actually a pretty sick place to be, I've got to say. I'm very impressed with the purchase, bro.
Regarded as a halo car, which is the best of both the sporty hatchback, as well as being roomy, spacious and practical.
Another Caterham 7?
Jesus Christ, they got a convention going on.
I reckon they must do. It is Chilworth, it's a sort of 50 grand car you drop your money on. It's follow the... Whoa. Also, I think this car, especially for a manual, has got a really tight clutch, because like when you bring it up, it really does punch you in the back. I think obviously the clutch must have quite a small amount of movement, and when you bring it up, it must be quite quick.
Yeah.
It does. I think it's supposed to be quite a bitey clutch, but again, that's good. You want the gearbox to be nice and tight, and the clutch to be bitey, because it is a sports car. It's pretty cool. I do like the Fiesta ST. So if you're looking for, like, preferably not your first car, because the speed, the speed of it, the insurance will seriously fuck you over if you're going to go with the ST as your first car. But maybe get a standard Fiesta, like an old one, for your first car if you like the whole sports hatch thing. And then seriously, the Fiesta ST is the second car. They're not too expensive. The insurance isn't through the roof, considering how quick their 0 to 60 is, because the value of the vehicle isn't astronomical. So there's a thing to consider if you are into cars and you want to go for a nice sporty hatch. The ST is a sick way to go. Another one thing I should probably mention is the fact that you've actually got enough room in the back to actually... What the hell is that?
No idea.
Looked awesome.
I'm the wrong lane. Side over.
There's a Caterham 7 next to us. See that? It's got Nurburgring stickers. Under your window and listen to it. They are quick around the track, those Caterham 7s.
I love them.
They are cool. They are cool. Anyway, yeah, so distracted by the Caterham 7. They are a pretty sick, the Fiesta is a pretty sick little car, and definitely if you're a petrol head and you're willing to spend a fair bit of your money on your car, which of course all of us are, definitely check out the Fiesta ST if you're into the hot hatch game, because it's a sick second car to have, and does genuinely go like snot off a stick.
Shit off a shovel.
Shit off a shovel, either way. So, what did you guys think of the Fiesta ST? Let me know in the comments below. Obviously, it's a pretty modifiable car. A lot of people like it because of the fact that you can push, 400 or 500 brake horsepower out of it with some aftermarket modifications. They are pretty sick. You do get a lot of cabin noise, and they are pretty damn sporty with that harsh suspension and those nice Recaro bucket seats. If you did enjoy the video, please remember to leave a thumbs up. If you want to see more content with people like Dan, let me know, and I will try and get a few more of my friends to show off their sweet rides. But in the meantime, thank you very much for watching. If you do want to help me out, please share the content. It helps me out a massive amount, and I really appreciate it to help get me out there a bit more. Also, if you want to follow me on social media to stay up to date with stuff I'm uploading, my Facebook, Twitter and Instagram are all linked in the description below for you guys to follow. Anyway, I'll see you guys very soon with more awesome content, as I've already got some filmed from today, which I will disclose is a Miata if you're American, or if you're from Japan, an Unos Roadster from 1989. It was a really sick car, actually, very heavily modified, more of the JDM style stuff than stock. So if you guys actually like that, stay tuned, subscribe, because there's more awesome content coming your way, and I'll see you guys very soon with more awesome videos. Overboost Network out.